And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Randomizer Pennaforce Tournament. I am Algernon25 here with my co-commentator Adaginos with another exciting Round 2 matchup.
Yeah, we got chessjerk and rcdrone tonight, so it's going to be a good matchup for sure.
Yeah, I mean, chessjerk, one of the old guard, definitely proven that he is one of the top-tier runners, went 5-0 in the main event Swiss stages last year, but he has quite the challenge against rcdrone, the machine. Blew through the 2016 tournament, took everyone by surprise, had a huge run deep into last year's main event, and we are underway. This should be very good.
Yeah, as long as RC charges batteries, he should be flying through here.
We have this desert item as our first shop, and we have okay, so we have Moogles all across Hyrule. Apparently, someone must have let the Final Fantasy randomizer leak in here.
Good news is we can burn them, as we did also find a candle right away, which is very nice.
We also found that looks like Blue Akarox will go down to one candle shot. chessjerk killing one, trying to get a bomb drop, no luck there on the one count.
Yeah, both taking the same path up here. Going to check these RMOs as quickly as possible, see if we can find an item, but we find level 8 instead.
I mean, level 8, not necessarily the best place, but it does have 2 items potentially, and one of them could be right here in this side stair. Just the transport, it looks like. I mean, a 50-50 chance. You could do worse. Looks
That
like Drone may be looking to kill some of these keys to potentially progress in that room. He's killed 2 of them. And it looks like chessjerk's got the same idea. I like this play. If you can group 2 of them together and then just be able to get a little bit more exploration, you may come across something really nice. chessjerk apparently has had enough of it, though.
Yeah, I got to go ahead and bail on out. I mean, I can see the pros and cons of both, and these RC checking these ball masters definitely gonna bail out as well here.
Yeah, can't say as I blame him. Those were beefy wall masters. At least took more than 1 HP, as we have 18. That's a very good small secret out of a range of 1 to 20.
See if we have our item on this side of Hyrule. Yes, we do, and it is unfortunately just the raft.
Yes, the raft is not exactly the best item to find. Oh, though that's definitely the best item to find. Silver arrows is the white sword item.
Yeah, it's nice to know the location of that early on. I would personally rather have a red ring or the Annie key in that cave, but you're never going to complain about having a free white sword. Silver arrows in the white sword cave.
And we could only need 1 more heart container to pick that up, as we find villain level 2 having a shot. rcdrone trying to get some bombs off the Blue Octorox on vanilla level 2 to no avail, but I appreciate the attempt.
Yeah, checking out the forests this direction while we have chessjerk going back the opposite direction here. So opting again for exploration versus open caves and the wood sword, which in my opinion is a good call. You never want to have to backtrack through these places if you don't have to.
We have a vanilla 30 rupees secret, and it looks like a 17 rupee door repair from the old man. But things like that, rcdrone just turn around just for a split second to block that arrow, and before continuing on his path. Very smooth movement by Drone.
Yeah, I mean, he is a sub-29 Villanelle runner, so his movements and his combat are going to be pristine for sure.
As we've said, chessjerk's certainly no slouch. We have the wand as the coast item. That might be something worth picking up if we come across it, or come across the ladder, maybe as part of a world wrap or something else. rcdrone's going to take this raft. I mean, he's right here. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, and after this, 38 for bomb's expensive, but yeah, going to have to up A. Because there's no way to get off that raft spot with levers on the screen below it. It's just
those are not going to happen. He does not lose too much progress, though. He'll just be able to go through the desert. both our runners still looking for their first bomb drop, and they're not going to want to buy them.
Yeah, 38 is very, very pricey. Chester gambles and gets 68. How about that?
Oh boy, that is definitely useful. That will put him to 98 rupees. A little bit disappointed. There's a strat, I forget exactly who pointed it out last year, but there's a time-based RNG manip you can get to constantly get big prizes off the money-making game.
That would be Yunos, the man himself who figured out all that information. I got to watch that stream for about 3 hours while he went through and did all the frame stuff to figure out when exactly you can get certain prizes. And yeah, if you know how to do it, you can definitely get rich. Or you could just play like BT and just walk in and get a bunch of secrets and you know, win the game and not buy a boomstick.
Yeah, it was BT. He called it tub thumping strats because that was the tempo he used for the RNG manip. I remember not now that you brought up his name. chessjerk's also going to find those expensive bombs. He may be tempted to buy them with his winnings.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I would probably buy a pack at the very least. You got 68 free rupees, why not?
I mean, better spending them on bombs, expensive as they are, than spending them to a door repair. And that may have been... No, I don't think that was a Force 5. But rcdrone's found level 1. Very good on him.
Man. Key doors!
Yeah. Key doors, and he's not going to be able to pirouette his way through because he came in from the left. Chester's going to buy a full 8, and he's also going to save. So he'll be able to recoup his lost bombs if these turn out to be nothing. rcdrone's going to be able to get one of those doors unlocked, but only one.
And we'll see. He gets to go to the lower half here. We'll see what he ends up... Oh!
And an immediate ladder block. Ouch. That is unfortunate.
But he does. You can unlock the other door by doing up an A. So yeah.
Okay, and he finds the power bracelet as the item in here.
So yes, it is some cool stuff you can do with that. And he does get a PB, as you said, as chessjerk locates level 2. See what we could do in here. Oh, would you look at
immediate ladder block? How about that? rcdrone did get a key out of level 1, which may prove it useful if he wants to try exploring level 8 again. But he's probably going to check this power bracelet spot first.
We're looking at a free Triforce, so that's nice.
It is nice. chessjerk, of course, is going to want to go a bit further, see if he can't find the item before taking that. But with a locked key door and no way to get keys, he's going to take his Triforce and run. rcdrone finding level 4 at vanilla 5, though. That's useful to come across. And another ladder block. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
This reminds me a lot of the race between Ryko Rider and Liquid Husband that I called earlier this week, where there were 3 or 4 ladder block Triforces, and the ladder was under the white sword arm at a burn bush at the start screen. But there was only one candle shop that wasn't locked under a burn bush, and it was an 80 rupee candle. So whichever runner bit the bullet first and bought that and spent 80 rupees on a candle got the ladder and won the race.
Yeah, that's a tough thing to swallow. Is chessjerk unfortunately gets caught inside of a like, and with no sword, not wanting to waste bombs. And I think it was in the door, so he couldn't really place bombs anyways. Trying to find stuff here in level 2, and still no sword. I'm sure that both of these players would love to have it at this point.
I mean, there are still a large number of open caves near start. Neither runner is checked, and it looks like that's where rcdrone may be headed. chessjerk continuing to try and grind things out in this level 2.
Man, doesn't get any drop.
RC also going to check this power bracelet spot near start. Just finds door repair. Oh, this room will drop at least for a chessjerk.
Oh, baby!
Oh, red ring!
What a find!
That is an incredible find for chessjerk. Certainly, I'm sure he would prefer the sword. He's probably a runner of that caliber. He doesn't need a red ring, but if the game's gonna give it to you, you're gonna take it every time.
Yeah, I mean, like, oh, goodness gracious. I mean, it's free now. Like, you can face tank everything, and it doesn't matter.
Especially a player of his caliber, But yeah, that money-making game and then buying the bombs, whereas rcdrone did not have the funds, giving chessjerk a very early advantage.
Yeah, now it's just about finding that sword. But yeah, I mean, and the big thing here is that he's able to explore all these caves as he goes. RC's going to have to backtrack. Wow, nice damage boost into that cave from the fireball.
Yes. But chessjerk certainly the quality of player who can force 10 counts if he starts running low on bombs. He'll be able to just constantly keep that supplied. We've not seen the big secret yet, though, and rcdrone, goodness, still not able to get a drop off some of these enemies.
Well,
does get his wood sword, though.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Like, that'll help get, I'll help, because he's at 4 now. There he gets his bomb drop. Knew that clock told him where he was on that count, was able to set that up. So, rcdrone's finally got bombs. He's going to check this other raft spot, it looks like. But chessjerk's going to go into level 1, and he is going to get all of nothing for it. Unless he can bomb in. rcdrone's found level 9. Level 9's at the raft spot.
All right, so the raft not completely useless then, which is good.
The entire opposite of completely useless. That's 100% required.
Yeah, so chessjerk going to play the same game here and open up these doors.
If he doesn't get opened up by the P-hats first, mind you.
Well, I mean, he's got red ring. He's fine.
Drone finding the inroads. Kindle Row to just east of Spectacle Rock to the other side of Death Mountain, which is good.
I don't even know that chessjerk realized that top door opened.
He may not have.
Right. You don't expect that to happen.
No, and near Vanilla Blue Ring Shop. So not the best ending roads, but you could do a lot worse.
It's not. I don't know that he could have done a whole lot anyways.
He could have grabbed the key. That's literally it.
Yeah, which would have been nice, but still, this puts him on his track to get over towards the start screen, get the wood sword out of the medicine cave, and get some stuff done here. Able to face take these Lionels, it's why the red ring's so important. Like, he can just walk through these screens where RC's got to be a little bit careful about getting sword beamed and such.
Oh, and look at chessjerk getting hit by his own candle flame to damage boost through the Lionel sword beam. That just heads up play that you only would think of for these top runners.
Yeah, good old candle boosts. Can't underrate them at all. That's for sure. As we're gonna go down to the forest. It looks like RC is gonna hit these spots that he missed, and chessjerk gonna look like he maybe go down to bomb the coast.
It does look like that is his play. rcdrone is on a similar pathing. He may have the same idea. He's already checked out everything close to start. Coper knowing in chat that there is still potentially one power bracelet blocked level, or one power bracelet spot that could hide a level. And if the ladder's there, that would be huge for drone. Because it was the power bracelet in level 1 that chessjerk missed out on.
Indeed. And chessjerk going to peek in here to level 7. Oh, potential item. Nope. Never mind.
Yeah, shut the door. That's not going to have his item. But he is going to do a little bit more digging. Can't do anything with the dongo on the bad side of the moat, though.
Yeah, it doesn't have 2 bombs either way, so he's going to have to up an A out of here. But does net a key, which is nice. Thinks about it, and he's going to head back in, as RC also finds level 7.
This might... he has the Wall Masters. This may be trying to work up a 10 count.
And RC bails, so if there's
and
something in
ladder
here...
block. And
142.
Oh my goodness, 142 rupees. Money is amazing in this seed.
This could be an item.
This could be an item, yeah. Very nice reverse candle clipping.
Oh,
a heart container is still good. Silver arrows is the white sword item. He needs at least one.
yeah, but that's one of those things where you dump into 7 and you're like, you're really hoping it's something important so that your opponent needs to go there. As we saw RC just leave. I mean, fortunately, he can count out that place, but it's one of those things you want that to be a white sword. You want it to be a bow just so that you can give yourself an advantage.
And rcdrone finding large secrets back to back, so he's leaving a lot of money on the table from that second large secret. But money in general has been really good. I don't see that being a problem whatsoever.
I'm surprised he didn't buy arrows there. I mean, I know we have free silvers, but you know, you got money.
I mean, I would have almost considered buying him one of the cheap magical shield there, but it's his money, not mine.
Hint shot.
Hint shot, but until rcdrone comes across the book, those hints are just going to be Moogle talk. You want to go a bit about some of the changes from the standard flag set that we have?
Yeah. So you'll notice that our players aren't going to be getting all 8 Triforces, as you only need 5 to enter level 9. And that plays in with one of the other flags that we have set up, which is that important items, such as the bows, the power bracelet, the recorder, and such, ladder, can be inside level 9. And so you have some scenarios where that ends up, being the case. You got to go out to get a ladder to leave out, get a bow at another level. But also you don't have the use of any hints without a book. The book is required to understand all old men. And so, it actually makes it a useful item in these particular flags.
Meanwhile, drone is found level 3. This is potentially something that can get him something. Well, that's bombs. That certainly counts as something. And we are playing with the First Quest Overworld and the First Quest Dungeons. We are not playing with shapes or any of the weirder things. However, one of the interesting quirks that Fred has done with this randomizer now, you can enter the dungeon from any room that has an exterior wall. So you will not always enter in on the bottom. You can enter in from the sides, from the top, from pretty much anywhere, as we've seen.
Yeah, and chessjerk taking these any roads is unfortunately kind of pulling him away from the wood sword, which is it's 2 screens south of him right now. So he's going to go back and burn Candle Row. It's just going to take him a little bit of time to get over there, but hopefully not too long. As he's the more minutes that you don't have a wood sword, is just a little bit of time that you're falling behind.
Yeah, around the 17-18 minute mark, you probably are starting to get a tiny bit concerned that you've been going around. chessjerk does find a bonus cave, immediately takes a heart. He's got a 2 in 3 chance of getting his silvers now. rcdrone continuing hoping to find the staircase that will give him his item. Does find his Triforce, and of course he is going to leave that on the ground. He wants that item first.
So we'll see where, chessjerk getting all the hearts. So he's guaranteed silvers now. We'll have to see where he decides to go at this point. He doesn't have any bombs, so I'm going to imagine he will head back down to some of these start caves and should hopefully find his wood sword fairly quickly.
Looks like he's going to try farming these blue moblins for bombs. Or maybe not, just the one.
RC still searching for this item. And finds a heart container, which is a nice pickup, knowing that we need them for the silvers.
Yeah, he is. He knows that he can get into that room to the north another way. Does not need to spend the key. It's just good routing and memorization on his end. chessjerk is should be able to get the wood sword in just another couple screens. But rcdrone's found his item in level 3, and it is the red candle.
Yeah, and I like this pickup early. It's a good item, especially if you're fighting against likes or Gibdo, the like Moblins and Guria especially. I like having the red candle. So while not what he's looking for, it's hard to pass that up early on.
Yeah, definitely. It is a repeatable ranged weapon. Does not cost him rupees or anything of that nature. He just has to be, I guess, patient, for lack of a better term, is the only thing that it costs him. chessjerk picking up this letter. Of note, rcdrone passed on the letter.
Yeah, you're there, so you might as well pick it up. It's usually a prerogative of players. If I'm in chessjerk's position with 6 hearts, which I know I need I've got the silvers. I am likely to pull a potion out of the next take any that I have, just so I don't have to spend the money. Granted, he's got 255 rupees and tons of cash, so that is another option. But if I don't run into a medicine cave, I'll just pick it up there because I've already got 24 hearts worth of life. An extra heart's nice, but it's not completely necessary in comparison to what a potion brings to the table.
Especially considering how good these players are at the game. Drone finding another bomb shop at a level 6. Is he going to buy bomb? No, he's going to buy bait. That's not a bad play.
And unfortunately, chessjerk does not have any bombs to check that one cave there. I don't believe it contained anything useful, but it's one of those things that's always going to nitpick the back of your mind as he double candle fires the wrong way.
It's always annoying just having... level 6 is at that power bracelet spot. Coper could have something. chessjerk is going to cash in for a potion. Can rcdrone strike lightning here?
This is an interesting development for sure, as he finds another heart container.
And another river, but didn't impede him too badly. But Drone might just peace out of this. And it looks like that is what he's doing. He does not want any part of this any further.
Yeah, I mean, with only 2 keys, and he still knows that level 1's on the table. He hasn't found level 2. He knows, level 4 is a lot blocked.
Yeah, level 1's also completely ladder blocked.
I suppose that's true, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's an interesting choice. But I guess maybe looking for level 5 and level 2 first. Just trying to clear the overworld out. Maybe try to find level 8. Actually, we know where 8 is, so maybe he's planning on going back there.
That is possible. We pieced out not because we couldn't do the lock combat, not the conditions of having blocks was why he pieced out. But it looks like Drone is just going to clean out all of Death Mountain on this path.
Yeah, also not a bad choice. If you're up here and you have the bombs, you might as well do it.
Also, there is a take any to get him off here when he decides that he's done. chessjerk is going to do the same up A in that Shuttered Pole's voice room.
Yeah, we'll see if chessjerk finds this a little bit faster. And if he just takes the right here immediately instead of going south, which he will, which will net him that item just a little bit faster.
Yeah, 1 or 2 rooms. He also bombed in to the room with the Triforce. That also saved him a couple room transitions. It's not huge, but maybe something.
Well, there's another thing of note. He up and A's out of the red candle, but he actually collected all those rupees and as such got an additional key drop. RC only picked up 3 or 4 of those rupees and didn't get that key. So we'll see if that plays any part later on.
Yeah, it's another quirk of the randomizer, I believe, that Fred has changed where any of those open staircases now can have item drops.
Well, that particular thing applies to shapes only, but in level 3 and level 8, the corridor staircase contains a drop in vanilla, so it's very, very likely in these particular flag sets with first quest dungeons that there will be an item drop in those rooms.
Okay. Drone heading back over. Is he gonna do what I think he's going to do? This is going to be very amusing as he does get a bomb drop off the pack of Tektites. That was nice. Oh, he still has a couple caves to check, it looks like.
Yeah, forcing a bomb off of Tektites is no small feat. So that was pretty impressive in my book.
Maybe Drone is done with all of Death Mountain. He's just transitioning here. Maybe he didn't know about the wrong warp you can do off of the top left corner.
Yeah, probably just wanting to. I was saying that head back over and do the other portion as he takes the any road up here.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
All right, we'll see what chessjerk chooses to do now.
RC Drone's found level 5 at Spectacle Rock, so that's a potential thing he can dig around. I'm sure it looks like he's going to check this one cave first and then might dig back in. Oh, chessjerk's getting his silvers. And rcdrone picking up his 6-heart container.
I would have to imagine that RC goes back into 5 at this point. You don't really have any other options.
I mean, he really doesn't. Yarian, on the northwest corner of the map, you can screen scroll right to left, and if you do, the game will try to put you somewhere that doesn't exist. And instead, it'll just dump you back at the start screen. rcdrone, unfortunately, running into a life or max bombs room and deciding he's just going to up A out of it.
Yeah, and chessjerk decides to go back into level 8. Does have a key to navigate through this little spot here, and we'll see exactly what he finds in here. If it ends up having a bow or a ladder, a ladder would be huge, as it looks like we kind of need it in order to actually get the amount of Triforces required to beat this seed. So we'll see what happens.
That does look entirely likely, yes. Drone having to deal with Dark Nuts in an NSU room, that is never fun. And it looks like he's just going to avoid combat as much as he can. Not that I can blame him. I mean, drone is good, but there's something about picking your battles when you're on 2 hearts, wood sword, green tunic.
Yeah, and it's another one of those things where at this point, I think he also has that feeling like he's found a lot of ladder blocks, as we see chessjerk find the compass, which is pretty awesome. I think he's more searching for an item room at this point. And you know, the combat, if they're not easy, you don't want to take it just because of the amount of time investment that's involved in killing blue and red dark nets. So, you know, he's just kind of trying to get through the level, find the item, and might look for the Triforce after. We'll see, but I think mostly just item searching at this point.
Well, he may have found an item. It's probably a staircase in this room. What do we have? Just the transport. chessjerk has found. Oh no, this is a shutter, so this won't be the item room. But rcdrone getting to the bottom half of level 5 here.
Yeah, and he's got one more room he can check here before he's forced to use a key. You can go. Okay, so we can go a few places, which is nice. Definitely don't want to use those keys if not necessary.
Yeah, it feels like there has been a ton done, but it's still only been 37 or 27 minutes into the run. Plenty of opportunities to do things, but eventually he is going to have to spend some of those keys as chessjerk gets his 3rd Triforce here in level 8.
I don't think RC saw it, but that Gibdo in that bottom room contained a key inside of it. So used a key here to get through that door, but did not pick up that key off of the Gibdo.
Drone is going to pick up his power bracelet here in level 1. And that's going to give him the ability to find level 6 as well.
Yeah, and I mean, he can clear that room. Oh, that room had a key in it. So yeah, I mean, yeah, so nothing you could do in level 1. Bailed out of 8, and I wonder if maybe he goes back to level 8. You've got 2 items available in there.
rcdrone finding 2 of the 3 take any's, or 2 of the 3 life or money rooms in level 5. That is very gross. chessjerk is going back into level 8.
Yeah, I like this play a lot, and RC again just try to avoid those key doors. And again, I can't say that I blame him. Only having 2 keys, it's a really tough choice, but you know, you've dug as much as you can as we see another ladder block. So running out of places for that room, the item room to be there.
I mean, it could be the item and Triforce are ladder blocked here. Lost Cards fan, I believe that it's still 3 life or money rooms, if there are any, but don't quote me on it. chessjerk, I believe this is a new staircase with the Aquamentus.
And it's just the boomerang. And the only way to get to the northern part of level 5 there Looks to be like some nasty combat with blue dark nuts.
Yeah, that is what it looks like. It did look like it was a more or less a blank room with those dark nuts, but still not fun.
And chessjerk opting to invest keys, and I can't say that I blame him. Again, you found so many ladder blocks already. It's just one of those things where you want to find that, oh man, in recorder block, there's nothing to do unless you can bomb out of this room here.
Yeah, and with these traps, bombing out of this room is not exactly an enticing prospect.
Red ring showing its awesomeness, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely paying off. Drone is going to up a save. He has seen enough of level 5.
Yeah, nothing out of there. Just rough.
Yeah, to have spent, that was what, 5-6 minutes for basically nothing.
Yeah, I mean, some, I guess, information on where not to go, but that's not particularly helpful, as chessjerk is going to spend another key here to see what we can find, and unfortunately not an item room.
Just another dig dogger.
So I'm not sure there's much where else to go.
Like, level 6, I'm not sure level 7 was ladder blocked like some of the others. Level 6 is definitely looking like it may be the answer to Drone's problems, and what an answer it would be if that's the case. Because we've seen all 8 dungeons, right?
Yeah, I believe so. So yeah, I mean, like, chessjerk has the information out of level 8, which is really nice now. There's nowhere to go. To get anywhere else, I believe you need to have the recorder. It looks like the rest of that is recorder blocked. So, I mean, level 7 or level 6 has to be the play.
Yeah, and each of our runners with a different play to make. rcdrone did take a potion out of the first take any cave, and then took the 8th heart out of the second one. chessjerk is now checking these power bracelet spots, so if he decides to check all of them, he will come across the Jesus, staggered. Look at these Lionel beams, just completely staggered, preventing Drone from doing anything on this screen.
Suppressive fire is what I like to call that.
Yes, the forgotten spots. Now we know why it's forgotten. It's a repressed memory.
Yeah, so I mean, right now we know RC's found every level but level 2, which we know is clear over by level 1. And it contains the red ring, which is super helpful. It lets you not die, but it's not letting you progress. And this is just, again, one of those seeds where it's pushing you to those 2 levels you don't want to do. And so we'll see exactly what happens here. I mean, down to 1 key for chessjerk. I like what Fury's saying. He's got tons of cash. If you find a key shop, purchase some keys. There's going to never be a downside to that. A bomb upgrade's obviously nice. Hints are nice if you find the book, but you got to have keys to get through dungeons. And so I'd be buying stuff that I can. So we're not losing the money, but I think RC's going to he might actually find level 2 here.
Yeah, he is probably heading towards level 2, a bomb open Monocle Rock, and then do level 2. That seems to be the easy play. The Forgotten Spot has the 3rd large secret, so rcdrone, thanks to making that save as he left level 5, was able to just up a retry.
Yeah,
but Drone is not going... Oh, no.
So he's not actually...
He used his last one to open up Monocle Rock.
Yeah, so he's going to get his silvers, but he doesn't have any bombs to open up the location of level 2. Which, again, it's not a detriment. Like, it's not like there's the recorder, you need this to get through, but the red ring is just letting chessjerk just do whatever he wants wherever he's going.
Okay, he gotta drop off the moblin, so it looks like he's heading straight back.
Yeah, so this would be helpful.
We'll find level 6 very shortly here at this power bracelet spot, and we'll see if he decides to dig further than Drone did. He only will have 1 key for it, though.
And he does pick up some bombs. So Archie's going to get his red ring out of here, because you know that he's going to search for that item. Likely to go to level 8 afterwards, as he knows everywhere else that he's been is ladder blocked. I don't know. I think he found level 7 earlier, so he knows that. But... you know, you got to imagine that chessjerk is going to check out this level as much as possible because he doesn't have anything else he can do.
He really doesn't. And RC Drone, Wizrobes, he does not care about no stinking Wizrobes.
We'll see if chessjerk will invest his last key. Maybe he'll get one out of this room. There is a possibility. But it's like, again, he's been to every dungeon at this point, so he knows that there's not much left that he can do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just hopeful that we don't have one of those really awkward situations where we have 4 ladder block Triforces and ladders in 9. I don't think the logic can allow that, but I'm not that sure of the logic. He is going to burn his last key. Gets a shutter door.
I don't think he knows about the little trick that you can do. And that, that's one of those rare sayings anyways, but we do find a transport staircase, so he's at least able to get around level 6, which is what really matters. Once you can get started moving around, you're usually going to be okay.
Yeah, and that puts him into the belly of level 6's the dragon?
Yes, sir.
Levels 5 and 6, I keep forgetting which one's the lizard, which one's the dragon. It's easy to get them mixed. But RC Drone will get his Triforce out of level 2, so that's 2 on the board for him. And he also has his red ring, so our runners are more or less even up in that department. chessjerk's only true advantage is the Triforce and information out of 8.
Yeah, which again, RC is going to head to right now. It's the optimal play, and I am pretty sure that the only way to get to the northwest portion, that's not true. I think you could take this staircase and get to a little bit of it, which chessjerk did not do. I would have to see the map again, but you can get to the very top of level 8 with that staircase. So maybe that will net the other item out of level 8.
And it is certainly possible. Drone is going to be doing some exploration. chessjerk's still doing a lot of exploration, trying to set up this Kanana key with this last gel. Ooh, and gets a key drop to boot. That's really good for him. But finds himself in a Goma room.
Oh, I'm so glad he got that, but that was funny.
Especially against RC Drone, who was the first person to actually pull off the Kanana key in a tournament race against Unos. It was Kananaphone who discovered the glitch, but he did that after his race was over. Drone was the first one to actually pull it off in tournament settings.
Yeah, so that staircase drops you off into that Dig Dogger room, which it looks like we're not able to go anywhere else in level 8.
Yeah, so Drone's going to find his banana and turn right around.
Oh, and unfortunately, chessjerk not able to check that last room without using a key.
And he does have 2, but he just does not want to spend them. Cannot say as I blame him.
Well, he's gonna do it.
Finds the cage room.
Oh, what a play!
Staircase. What does this have? It's gonna be the ultimate heartbreaker if this is like Magic Boomerang or something.
If that is the case, then he knows he needs to go to level 7. It's the recorder. That's big.
That could be big. Go straight back to level 8 with that Dig Dogger block.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got the recorder to whistle 2-8, so I mean, he could just get right back there really quick. Pick up the Triforce here first, giving you 4 of them.
And assuming, of course, it isn't ladder blocked.
Yeah, there's possible.
And Drone is going to take this heart container, perhaps against his better judge. Oh, he's just checking that one room to see if that had the other item.
Yeah, chessjerk trying to find this Triforce or a compass, or
yeah, compass would certainly get him what he wants to see. But RC Drone will very shortly, as finds the Aquamentus, finds the double block room, and realizes, oh wait, shutter. Whoops.
Bomb upgrade, and it's 6. Holy cow!
And for a 10 rupee discount, that is a great bomb upgrade for chessjerk.
Looks like the old man room is just to the south here.
And RC Drone will pick up his 3rd Triforce, so tied for now.
Yeah, opted out of that wizard room. I'm gonna try to bomb. Actually, you can walk that way, so we'll see if we can get up to this other couple of rooms without using the key here.
Drone is going to try redigging 8. He must think that there is a way to get into that northwestish area without the recorder.
I don't think that he's bombed all the walls. Which
chessjerk did, though, didn't he?
Yes, chessjerk checked them all, but he has not. So I can understand this play, going back in, checking the walls, and making sure that you're not missing something. As chessjerk does find the Triforce here in 6.
In the foot of the dragon, through a magic bomb. Oh, I can't really call it a magic bomb hole. If you know your first quest maps, you know that room's there. But yeah, chessjerk. So level 1 is completely ladder blocked. Level 4 is completely ladder blocked. Level 5 is mostly ladder blocked. We're almost positive the Triforce is ladder blocked. So your choice is level 6. Or you've just done level 6. Your choice is level 7. And,
yeah, he still hasn't found 5 yet, though. So he's kind of looking for that still.
Right, he'll have to dig up around Death Mountain to do that.
I don't actually think he's located level 4 either.
I'm pretty sure it's because it was right next to level 1. I'm sure he just screen scrolled off that screen.
It could be. It's been a bit. I know rcdrone found it.
Because that's where Drone's going right now. Trying to get a bomb drop off these moblins and not gonna give it to him.
I think he's forgetting that this is ladder blocked.
He'll be reminded very soon. chessjerk checking recorder late, but that can't have anything, I don't think.
Just 18 rupees.
Yeah, and then Drone seeing, oh yeah, that's a hard ladder block.
So we'll see where he goes next. Again, he's still searching for 2 dungeons, but I wonder when he's going to make that decision to say, "Hey, let's go back to level 8 and grab that other item that's in there behind the Dig Dogger."
Yeah, no, he is headed up to Spectral Rock, so he'll come across level 5. rcdrone, what's he gonna do? 1 key, no bombs.
Gotta be going to 6.
Gotta be going to 6.
There's just nothing left.
There really isn't. Because he's explored these... They look unexplored, but he did check them and then up a retried afterwards.
So yeah, I mean, I wonder how much chessjerk's going to invest in level 5 here.
Also, I believe there was a life or bombs room that was actually blocking progress here in level 5. chessjerk with that 6 bomb upgrade is for sure going to have a much better time of being willing to give up one of those bombs in order to get through that room, whereas Drone was not.
chessjerk at 9 hearts.
I mean, he could give up a heart. He's still got 32, and ooh. Bomb wall here in level 5.
Yeah, rcdrone found this, and the only way to go north is to clear out this room right here, and I don't know that he wanted to spend the time to do it.
Yeah, White Sword would have really helped them in this case. Drone continuing to just get stymied by these blocks. He's going to have to burn his last key to get through, but I believe chessjerk only came in with 1 key, so he'll be able to get through it.
Yeah, you can get to the item with a singular... Well, actually, you need another key to get to...
But I believe...
But you get one on the way.
Yeah, the game gave you one. Oh, chessjerk did have to do a Canaan key, but rcdrone clearly no stranger to that little trick. Yes, it's in this room that he'll have to Canaan key. Yeah, honestly, I hate to say it, but a boomerang would have been really useful for him right here.
Yeah, and the advantage here for chessjerk is he can kill this Dig Dogger, and that might net him the Triforce.
It might. Drone did get through that room, but he hasn't gone back, so that door will stay closed if he tries to up an A. So taking a death would be very costly for him here. Not that I think he will, but the possibility does exist. And now he's gone back in the room and the crisis is averted. He'll also pick up the key that dropped.
Yeah, so 2 keys.
Chessjerk has found the staircase in level 5. Yes, this is the transport. We knew about this.
And RC's going to pick up his recorder.
Yep. Gonna take out these whiz robes on the way.
So chessjerk has more keys, and I don't remember exactly if RC went through this one at the bottom, but the question is, do you clear out that dark nut room to actually see what's there? Because we didn't find anything in level 5, and that was painful to invest as much time. And chessjerk's also putting in the time, so I'm just curious if he'll keep going until he gets what he's looking for, or if he's going to bail out as well.
I think it's going to be determined by and large part, where do you think you are compared to your opponent? Like, chessjerk and rcdrone both know how good the other are. They both respect each other's ability, and they know that this seed has been tough, but at some point you have to start wondering, did I miss something that my opponent had, and are they way ahead? Do I have to take risks in order to try and keep up?
Yeah, and I mean, chessjerk in a really nice key situation here. He's going to drop back down to 5, but that certainly beats 1. And we've seen how keys alone have actually caused a lot of problems, for myself included, throughout the course of some of these races this round. So we'll see how this all stacks up towards the end.
I mean, you can never, ever have too many keys. You can have 255 keys. It will still not be too many keys.
I wonder if he's going to... He's been in this room. I wonder if he's going to go back. He hasn't been over here. Okay, so I don't know that we've seen this room. And
we did.
Okay, we have.
It was the Life for Bombs room. So
nice.
He may be forced to bomb through it. Like, that may be the answer. He has to bomb his way through. He has to bomb his way past the old man, because that can be required.
Yeah, and he's definitely committed. He's going to go use another key here to check this far left room.
I don't believe we've seen this staircase, though.
This is the transport staircase.
Okay, that's where the transport spits you out.
So he gets his key back. So now he knows the only way to the north is through blue dark nuts. And he's got 13 bombs. So he's able to do it. But yeah, he did blow that bomb upgrade, or the bomb, just to get out of that room instead of up and A-ing. But that's kind of the choice that you make when you're trying to go fast.
Yeah, I mean, there is also the fact he did have plenty of bombs to spare. Drone getting a little turned around, but he's going to be very happy to make this buy.
Yeah, not going to complain about that many extra bombs. And chessjerk not using any here. He had a nice little grouping there, but choosing to sort them down, which is going to take a bit of time.
It's going to take a bit of time, but if you think that that's the better way to do it, and if you're confident in your skills, like I'm sure he is.
Yeah, I mean, he's crushing him for sure.
Yeah, he is. Drone has not thought to go into that room that does have the Triforce, and don't leave. Okay, I'm sure he's figured out what his plan is. chessjerk getting a fairy off one of these dark nuts as well.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's not the fact that he can't do it. It's just the amount of time saved by using 3 or 4 bombs when they group up is astronomical. When you spend an extra minute clearing this room, it can really start to add up. Unfortunately, with the red ring, it's one of those things that you're not going to die after you clear it, so it's not going to be so bad. But
so let's see. Room completely infested with Pole's voice. rcdrone has his 4th Triforce, and let's see if chessjerk can get any further in this level 5.
And this should be the item room. And it's free.
It is.
Oh, it's a nice item, but that's not what you're looking for.
The answer's got to be level 7. It's level 7 or level 8 at this point, doesn't it have to be?
Yeah, I mean, what if... Okay, so, again, randomizer logic. we didn't get the Triforce out of 5. Clearly you can, because they didn't clear every room. What if you can't get the Triforce out of another dungeon and you have to get it out of 5 to get to 9, to get the ladder, to get to the bow?
Oh, don't even talk about that. rcdrone is going back into 8, recorder in hand. So let's see if this is where we have the answer.
Oh, I mean, chessjerk's right behind him.
Yeah. All right. So if this is the answer, game on. We will be pretty much all tied up again.
Yeah, let's see if chessjerk remembers this staircase, which will save a lot of time getting up there. And he apparently does not.
rcdrone using the trick, kill one of the Digdogger cores, the other 2 will just vanish. It works with the landmolls and the moldorms as well. And fight another Digdogger. This one's only a single core, thankfully.
Yeah, I mean, the white sword, though, is going to be a pretty big advantage for chessjerk.
Especially with how beefy these Digdogger cores are. My goodness. Like, those are just mean. And the third one!
Recorder, definitely needed.
And that doesn't bomb. You can't bomb south from that third Digdogger room. So it's got to be an old man.
They missed a bomb location then.
No, I'm really confused. Either. So yeah, they have to bomb up. They have to go over 1, then they have to bomb up, I think.
It was ladder blocked, wasn't it?
Oh, it's ladder blocked.
So maybe you do have to go back. Level 7's the only other option, but maybe you have to go to 5 for a Triforce. That would be so hilarious. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, rcdrone is like, enough of this crap. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I mean,
chessjerk, he's looking at his map. He's like, okay, I just have to loop around. Wait, no, that's a Chevy.
Yeah, I mean, so your play is you go to 5 and get a Triforce, or you go to 7 and hope that you can get a Triforce.
Or a ladder.
Or a ladder.
chessjerk tanking. rcdrone, he's made up his mind. He's booking it to 5.
Yeah, I mean, what's chessjerk gonna do here? He's doing what I would do. Is like, what on earth am I supposed to do in this situation?
Chat pointing out that chessjerk found the heart container in level 7. So we have 4, 8, and 9 that have the bow, the ladder, the magical boomerang, and the any key.
Yeah, I mean, ladder at this point has to be at level 9.
Yeah, ladder's guaranteed in 9. So you have to get the Triforce out of 5.
And chessjerk doing exactly what we were talking about, going back to 5 for that Triforce. This is awesome.
And you wanted to see high-level Zelda play, you're getting high-level Zelda play right here. Now it's Drone that's going to have to play with all these dark nuts. Actually, yeah, I mean, they'll probably both have to refight this room because they left, but definitely going to, like, if you want to learn how to kill dark nuts, watch the masters at work.
Yeah, and so the question is, where is the Triforce? Because we remember we have bunnies in the moat room, and actually, I don't think that they've cleared out this NSU room either. This could contain the Triforce.
That would be the ultimate heartbreaker for Drone because he's kept dodging it for so long.
Yeah, so I mean, it could be here, but if it's in the middle of that bunny moat room, that would just be so bad. Forcing you to go to level 7 for a Triforce.
Oh,
as we the compass. Well, that's huge.
Okay, so it's all the way down at the bottom of level 5. That's where the Triforce is.
That is that 5 blue dark nut fireball room.
Because of course it is.
Oh man, which nobody wanted to do.
Though. So even on equipment, once again,
this is ridiculous.
Oh, and Drone's gonna save. Is he gonna go to 7 for his last Triforce?
Well, he hasn't got the item out of 7 yet.
Yeah, he doesn't know that it's the heart container.
So in essence, it makes sense because he hasn't gotten the item out of there yet. So this is chessjerk taking a bit of a lead. Well, depending on how long it takes RC to get obviously the item out of here, and then if he chooses to dig the Triforce, this could really give chessjerk some time to get into 9 and find some things.
But if Triforce happens to come across a quick or if Drone happens to come across a quick Triforce here in 7, that could change everything as well.
For sure. Sorry, it was six blue dark nuts in a fireball room.
I mean, chessjerk with the white sword, red ring, and the potion in hand.
Yeah, but how big is that red ring now? Like, doing this, even with a white sword, yeah, but, you know, no red ring is just painful.
No, not even close.
I mean, not everybody does low percent. And you're wanting to go fast, too, so, you know.
They need to go faster at 55 minutes, and you haven't seen a dot done. You have to be a little bit worried.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if I'm racing either one of these guys, I'm wondering why. Even as much as I've been trolled throughout this whole thing, and he is going to use a potion. I like this move. But I'm like, where's the dot done? Because I had to have missed something at this point.
Drone digging out the tip of the nose of level 7 finds an old man with nothing of use. And Drone is out of bombs. And,
yeah,
and it's a shutter door with a Dodongo. Oh, that's terrible for Drone.
Of all times, did not have bombs.
And just one would have been enough.
So, I mean, if the bow is not in 9, this is still absolutely anybody's race. And if they find the ladder first and bail, still anybody's race, because the bow could be a 9.
Yeah, so chessjerk is going into level 9, 56-14 the entry. Do you want to give our runners a quick rundown about what the chessjerk will be looking for here in level 9?
Well, first and foremost, he's looking for a bow, because that is required to actually beat the game by defeating Ganon, who is the other guy that we're looking for. If you were adjacent north, south, east, or west of Ganon, you will hear his roar, which can be masked by Patras. There is the ability to hear a slight audio blip as you enter the room, but it's sometimes pretty hard to hear. And then outside of that, we're looking for a shutter door that doesn't open, which will contain our princess Zelda, who is required to beat the game.
Yes, there will be also three old Moogles in this dungeon who will tell our runners absolutely nothing of use until they find the book. It looks like we have a Gorilla enemy set for level 9, which is definitely light on combat. I don't see chessjerk needing to leave until he knows that he has to go elsewhere for a required item.
I think chessjerk's play is, I don't know, you got to get a bomb, and then you got to go to 7 or 5, and you have to get a Triforce. You know everything else is blocked, so you've got to make the play for a Triforce. He's in a rough spot for sure.
Yeah, Drone looks like he's whistling. Where is he whistling to? He's whistling to 2. Is there a bomb shop up here? Or is he... Oh, maybe there was at the... No, he's going back to level 1?
Well...
Like we were flat ladder block out here, weren't we? And shoot, I mean, we found the horizontal shoot room here in level 9.
You've also got to remember it was 48 minutes ago when rcdrone found level 1, and at this point, I fully understand what he's not remembering what's going on, because at this point I am flustered to the dickens about how this seed is played out thus far.
No, there's Wallmaster.
The Wallmaster there.
One last Wallmaster troll.
So it's just one of those things where you don't necessarily remember all the information, and you're trying to figure out where you need to go. And sometimes when I'm doing that, I'll just go someplace if I don't exactly remember while I'm trying to think things out in order to get my my bearings and start doing what I need to do. But yeah, I mean, he's buying some bombs, and then he has to go to 7 or 5. There are no other options to get that Triforce.
Yeah. So Also, one thing to note, rcdrone, if he feels he needs it later on, he still has that third 142 rupee secret. He knows where it is. Obviously, that's not something he wants to go out of his way to get, but it's something where he can potentially use it if that's needed.
I must say, interesting on chessjerk's part, as he was able to bomb open 2 walls and then used a key door when it's only having 3 keys, but, you know.
Drone is going back to 5, it looks like.
We do find another staircase here for chessjerk. And yeah, 5 being the play, I think, is correct. As we find yet another transport for chessjerk, because it's going to be one of those 6 or 0 and 6. And then we got to find the find the items still.
Yeah. But yeah, drone. I'm sure he was gambling on 7 for the item, and when he found, we have our bait block. Both of our runners have bait well in hand, though, so that's not going to stall either of them for any amount of time. But it is definitely amusing, to say the least.
I will say that chessjerk is playing like I do, and just not having a care for the keys. As he fought, oh man, the book. So book is outside of 9.
Yeah, rcdrone picking up his compass, so he'll know how to get to the room with the Triforce here in 5. So we have the book and ladder level 9, as Fury SK pointing out. So the Boise State level 9. Oh wait, that was hook and ladder, not book and ladder. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to find the ladder here. He knows it's here. He does get the information about where the pig is located, so that's awesome. Knows where to go for that, but got to find the ladder and bail out of here first. And then, where do you go? I think level 1's probably the play. It's the smallest dungeon. You can scroll right over to 4 afterwards. You can whistle to 8 to get there. You know, but who knows?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. And Jacob pointing out that the ladder does have to be here because one of the guarantees of the randomizer is that every item can be obtained. If the bow was here, that would mean that the ladder itself is ladder blocked. And even though in this seed maybe ladder isn't technically required if the bow was in 9, because of the guarantees, that does knock that out.
And we find Zelda as well.
That's really good information to have for chessjerk, but that's not the information he needs right now. The information he needs is, where is this good wood? He also has the quadrant of Ganon. It's in the northwest, I believe the hint man said.
Yeah, the question is, can he find a way to go around that doesn't involve a key door? He's down to just 2 keys. So yeah.
Drone, not that better, only with 3 keys. But Drone does have his 5th Triforce piece, and still has both his potions intact. He got a lucky fairy drop that allowed him to not have to burn a key or burn his first potion on that Dark Nut room.
And chessjerk uses 2 keys in succession, is now out of keys. Man.
But he does have about a 9-minute head start on Drone as he enters 9.
Yeah, for sure, that's huge. Well, there's not going to be anything there, as we can't go south, we can't go north.
And chessjerk does have enough. I want to say there were keys in the 80s. There may have been 90s.
Thanks, old man.
Yeah, great help you are.
Yeah, and he's kind of blocked right now. I think he can go backwards on that staircase that he got down here in, but you know, no keys to navigate that way makes this really, really rough.
But yeah, if it's like 90 or 92 keys or 92 rupees per key, then it will be really painful for chessjerk to only be able to buy 1 as opposed to 2. Whereas rcdrone, sure, he's only got 43 rupees right now, but remember, he has that 142 rupee secret marked on his map. He knows where he can go get it if he decides he needs to make some purchases.
I think CJ started off with 3. He is going to be able to Kanana key through this door, though, so that's pretty nifty. Just don't pick up the clock.
Yeah, do not pick up that clock. Very nicely done.
I think this is south of Zelda's room, though, maybe?
And the Kanana key is definitely... It looks amazing. The timing is tight, but it's not that tight.
Ah, just key doors everywhere. You could clear these rooms. There's a chance that there's a key drop. And we get a rupee.
Yeah, it's I mean, getting a couple more rupees certainly isn't going to be bad for chessjerk if he needs to buy keys, because he's about at the edge of the range between being able to buy 1 versus being able to buy 2.
Yeah, and I mean, also, he can shut our door here as well.
Also, drone running a little bit lower on bombs as he finds his book.
Yeah, and chessjerk takes a passage. At this game, we haven't been here before, so that's helpful.
And here's a double block room, guarded by a Patra. Only white sword instead of wand sword to take this out as you would like to, but certainly not going to give him too much trouble. Just be a little bit careful.
Yeah, fighting Patra on the right side is always dangerous because iframes you can still get hit, even if the eye is in iframes. So it can be a little bit dangerous. He does get a fairy drop, but unfortunately not what we're looking for. That's not actually a staircase. This is, though.
Yeah, that's definitely a staircase, but I'm not sure he pushed the correct block. I thought he pushed the one on the right side, and I didn't see him push the one on the left.
Well, there was a bomb drop in the room, so it couldn't be the staircase.
Okay, couldn't be right.
He does get a key, though.
And he's going to leave it for later, because he's going to see if he can explore further without it. Because, like, the more exploration he can do before he picks up that key, the more the less he'll be incentivized to use it on something that'll get him nowhere.
All right, so getting somewhere else. I mean, the staircase is paying off. Never mind, we've been here.
And drone now down to his last key, down to 0 keys, doing a bit more exploration in the southwest.
Boy, this 9 being very unkind. I'm not sure what key doors chessjerk has left, but it might be just down to roulette.
Yeah,
you have 3 or 4 single rooms that you have to go into, and yeah, you can buy keys, but it's one of those things where you have 1 key left, you haven't found another one. Do you save and go back in that way? Well, here's another staircase.
There is another staircase. Very nice block clip.
Oh God. The 6th
Another
transport.
All right, so the next staircase we find that's new is going to have our ladder almost by default. Oh, it's north of that double river room.
Man, this 9 is just nasty.
I mean, Lost Cards fan in chat, he calls it the Great Equalizer, and he calls it with a very, very good reason. Leslie Pro, the bow by process of elimination has to be in either the second item in 1, the second item in 8, or the item in 4. We know the ladder has to be the second item here in 9 because it's the only one that unlocks those other 3. Meanwhile, Drone taking this side staircase and trying to figure his way out. He's up in the northwest, so that's the other side of that door, so he'll be able to get 1 key as well.
Yeah, but Drone bombed the wall that gets you to a staircase that chessjerk did not find. This has got to be the ladder. No, it's not.
No,
I lied.
It's not. It's the other side of the staircase that chessjerk was just on.
Okay.
But it's gonna get him but that'll get him the compass. chessjerk doesn't need that, but Drone definitely will. when he goes back and then goes south from that room.
Well, he can Kanana key this door.
Yes, he can if he can get the Moblin to agree with him, but kills him instead. Oh, but RC, we're getting reports from chat that both our runners know where Ganon is as well. On contrary, we do not have the runners vote. We do not have the. Yes, we don't have the sound up.
Is this a case where you have to bomb on a Ganon's room? No, that would have been amazing.
That would have been amazing. If RC Drone spends this last key, he will get his compass. He does, and he will. And he may be able to sneak key through this door. But he's not even going to try.
I was hoping for a hail back to that Maelstrom seed where you had to bomb north out of Ganon's room to get to the silver arrows.
Oh my goodness! RC Drone communicated with a bomb explosion!
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know that was possible.
Yep, you could do it with a bomb door.
Anything that caused a door to appear?
Yes, sir.
Wow. I talk about just fundamentally understanding the mechanics of the game. This just takes it to an incredibly second level. Like, second level nothing. This is third, fourth, fifth level.
Yeah, he's trying to do it again there. Unfortunately, there was not a bomb wall available. Because, man, we are just straight up running out of places to be in level 9.
We really are. Like, I haven't seen Drone's map in a hot minute, but I remember seeing chessjerk's, and he has really good coverage.
Yeah, I mean, there's one or two key rooms that they haven't accessed, and that's pretty much it. And Drone just, doing the same stuff here that chessjerk's been doing. I think at this point, it's whoever finds the ladder first is kind of going to win. As we do see Drone's map, a lot of stuff there around the middle.
Yeah, he doesn't have as complete coverage as chessjerk did.
Have we seen this one? We haven't. There's the ladder.
There's the ladder. Advantage chessjerk.
Wow. Look at that 9. That is just,
That is awful.
You gotta be just like, oh my gosh. Where's the dot done?
Thing is, this still isn't over. chessjerk has a 1 in 3 gamble to take as to where he wants to go to look for this ladder. Granted, all 3 of the places he can check are right next to each other.
I think you go to level 1.
I mean, we'll see what he decides to do once he kills off enough of these Lionels to make a choice. And he's going to level 1 first.
God bless the red ring. Just imagine how painful the scene would have been without a red ring.
Oh,
having to be careful and everything.
Yeah,
not that 9's difficult, but
yeah, Drone is also communicating through this.
This has got to be a record for the amount of Canadian keys in a seed by anybody in a race overall.
Yeah, this is just our runners. They've had to do it though. Is the thing. So RC Drone now knows for sure where Zelda is. I'm sure chat said on audio that chat's got RC Drone's audio, so he definitely knows where Ganon is. chessjerk has been in Ganon's room.
Yep. Trying to find the item here in level 1. If it is the bow, I will be slightly disappointed. No, the power bracelet was the floor drop.
Oh, right, you're right. So it will be a staircase drop.
Wall masters.
chessjerk now immediately up to 4 keys. Like, all the keys were hiding here in level 1.
Yeah, the wall masters in a scattered block room with the key in that position. That's not vanilla or anything.
And chessjerk finds a staircase. All right, so do we have it?
Oh my goodness!
RC Drone up a save, out of bombs, out of keys, and just locked out of level 9. chessjerk now in a huge lead.
Yeah, and I mean, RC had to bail out to go get bombs.
Yeah, and that's
So
going to cost him almost all of his rupees. He's going to be left with 2.
yeah, I mean, this is. I would have. I don't like to call games before they're done, but some miraculous level of Ganon jerkery would have to happen at this point for RC to have any sort of chance.
Yeah, chessjerk, red ring, 9 hearts, white sword, and a potion. But yeah, chat pointing out, you've got rcdrone at 1-1, you've got Truant in 1-1, you've got Saber at 1-1. No one in this 1-1 bracket is going to feel safe whatsoever. Pairings night is going to be a nightmare tomorrow.
Yeah, and I mean, if BT wins his race tomorrow, BT's in the 1-1 bracket. I mean, it's going to be nasty. And as far as like CJ getting ahead, Jay Coper, I think he got the 8 bombs, which is pretty big. That let him explore early and let him find level 2, which got him the red ring. And I think, I think he's played super well as well. But I think that's what kind of slingshotted him ahead, because red ring is just so powerful. He didn't have to worry about the overworld. He didn't have to worry about deaths. He was able to face tank through some dungeons, and so overall, I think that's really what made the difference.
Yeah, and that money-making game to pick him up the 68 rupees he needed to do it, and a beautiful stun lock right off the bat for chessjerk. The NSU room, not usually that easy to fight Ganon in, but chessjerk making it look flawless.
Yeah, with the ladder,
his Patra.
With the ladder, that room is not so bad, but without it, it's kind of a nightmare.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, Lost Cards fan, definitely that was textbook. Now chessjerk just has to slalom around this old man. He will be our winner at 2-0.
And there's the door opening, and we will have an official first place SRL time of 1:16.19 by chessjerk. Congratulations. We're making the 2-0 bracket.
That was very well done. That seed threw everything could at you and then some. You had, I want to say, no, you didn't have recorder strictly required, I don't think, for anything, but I think rcdrone may have just found the staircase with the ladder. Pull out your potion, drone. Don't be a hero.
Yeah, this is the ladder staircase.
Now he's got the Patra all confused.
This is, and Jacob was mentioning it, there is a higher chance if you're attacking from the right to make weird things like that happen. Nothing like the double axis Patra.
Yeah, that certainly constitutes weird things. Drone finally has his ladder. We're gonna get chessjerk in here for a quick chat. But, oh goodness gracious, this seed, and it looks like, oh, drone's gonna check 8 first.
Well, with the advent of this item, we will know where everything is.
Yep.
Man, what a race.
What a race indeed. I mean, I'm not sure what else there is to say about how this went down.
There's not. I mean, just like, what? Wow.
So here is the item in 8. And it's the any key. Boy, wouldn't that have been useful.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's your any key after you opened every key door in the game.
So we now know that level 1 has the power bracelet and the bow, level 2 is the red ring, level 3 is the red candle, level 4 from process of elimination has the magic boomerang, level 5 is the white sword, level 6 has the recorder, level 7 the heart container, level 8 the wooden boomerang, the any key, level 9 the book and the ladder, the raft is the armos item, the wands the coast item, and the silver arrows were the white sword item. And with that ding, we have a chessjerk in the commentary booth. GG, my friend. That was definitely a chore.
What was that dumpster fire?
Yeah, if you could sum that seed up in half a word, what would it be?
What?
Yeah, like impressive play. We were kind of Jacob was asking in chat, and we were kind of discussing what it is that, because you were behind for a little bit, you didn't have the wood sword, but really what kind of gave you the edge is you found a secret and were able to you went to be able to buy bombs, and you bought 2 packs, found level 2 early, and got that red ring quite a bit earlier than rcdrone did, and I think that lets you navigate just a little bit faster through everything you were doing and kind of give you that little bit of an edge by the end.
I figured it took me, what, 15 to 20 minutes to find wood sword, I think? I don't remember exactly how long it took. It was a while.
About 20 minutes. I remember commenting you didn't have it at 17.
Yeah.
But rcdrone's got his ladder out of 1. He found the Yenny key in level 8. So he is just bum rushing his way to Ganon and Zelda from here.
It did take me a little too long, I think, to go to 9 to figure out that 9 was the key. Because I kept getting little pieces of information, like I got the recorder and think, okay, I saw the recorder block in 8. Maybe that's where the key item is. But that ended up not being the case.
I mean, the seed certainly wanted you to go that way, and it was entirely justified to make those plays. It just, they weren't paying out, is the thing.
Well, I'm the classic anti-gambler. You know, everyone else can gamble. I'm not big on gambling, so...
Yeah, I mean, this seed really, it kind of pushed you to 9. We don't know if the Triforce in 7 was accessible, but the 5 Triforces you got were the 5 Triforces that we knew you could get. You couldn't get the one out of level 1. You couldn't get the one out of 4, because those are both ladder blocked.
Yep.
So, you know, it pushed you that way, and you finally, by the time you got there, the information was, okay, well, clearly, this has to be where the ladder is in 9, and you dipping early into 7 and getting that heart container also paid off, as RC went in there later on to see what the item was, and then had to leave again and go back to 5 a third time to get a Triforce to make it to level 9. So you also gained some time there.
Oh man, I know. I was looking at my tracker and thinking, okay, I need one more Tringle to go into 9. I can't get 1 or 4, so I have to get 5 or 7. Do I really want to dig 7, which I haven't dug hardly at all, or 5, which I only had maybe 4 rooms left, but they were all Pole's Voice and Blue Dark Nuts, and luckily I found White Sword. That sped that up tremendously.
Yeah, the White Sword, especially being in level 5, was very useful for you, as Drone found a slightly faster way to Zelda's room and has a very respectable time given the circumstances of 121.57.
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
this was a seed.
Yes, under 6 minutes. So, I mean, again, all those little things that you did early on, the red ring and buying the bombs and all those decisions you made, really just made the difference here. And if you hadn't done that, and, you know, you were still running around without a red ring and hadn't found the sword, you know, when you did, it could have really flipped the tables overall.
And missed, what, the first 4 or 5 chances at a bomb drop?
Yeah, that too.
My bomb luck continues. That's why I was so happy to find the bomb shop.
Yeah, Drone also found the bomb shop, but he didn't have the money to do it. What prompted you to just try randomly gambling there?
Oh, at the raft spot?
The money-making game.
The money-making game. Oh,
yeah.
I usually do that when I'm about to up A anyway. So if I knew I hadn't found anything really relevant that I remember, so I'll gamble, and if I lose, then I retry, and I don't lose anything. Or if I win, then I save. So I had a different chance to do that earlier on, and I didn't do it. I think it was at that same segment. I think that I was searching around and found a gambling game and didn't do it. And I was thinking, I should have done it. I could have just up A'd. But generally, I'll try to do that early on, or if I have exactly 10 rupees or somewhere around then, that if I lose, I don't lose a whole lot, and if I win, then I win big. And you never know when the money comes in handy. Although I was finding money everywhere, so
money was
really
very. Yeah, once you got going, money was very good in this seed.
Yes, it was. What was it? 1830 and 144.
142.
142. Yeah, that was a lot of money. I skipped 4 or 5 free money rooms because I already had max money and didn't need it. That was amazing.
As we're gonna get Drone in here for a little bit. And so we have RC Drone here in the commentary booth. GG's, that was a race.
Hey, thanks.
GG Drone.
Hey, GG Chess.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll have to look it back, but I'm pretty sure that you two set the record for most Kananakis in a single race.
I know I had, what, 2 or 3? Somewhere around then. I lost count.
I think we had like 3 or 4 at level 9 alone.
Yeah, well, there's a reason.
But, Drone, talk us through what you were thinking about that scene.
Well, it occurred to me late that important items were in 9. Like, I was just on autopilot, like, trying to dig items out of the other dungeons. And then it wasn't until I dug the item out of 7, and I basically full cleared everything I could without the step ladder that I realized, oh crap, I need 5 Triforces, and I need to get into level 9 right now. So I think
you forgot important items were on. Ouch.
And so I think strategically that was probably my biggest mistake. Overall, I was pretty happy with like combat and stuff, but when I realized that, I'm like, oh crap. I hope my only hope was that Chess made the exact same mistake, but
kind of, in my own way.
But yeah, I mean that was a pretty fun scene.
Fun, he says.
I don't know if fun is the word I would use, but yeah, we'll go with fun. That's good.
I could think of some other letters, some other words that start with that letter, but sure, we'll roll with that one. Keep it PG for now.
You weren't playing the sea. You're only just watching us play the sea. It's easy for you.
It would take me till 6 in the morning tomorrow. I still wouldn't be done. But
yeah, RC, we were talking a bit to chessjerk when he came in, and one of the things that kind of gave him that little bit of an edge early on, he found the wood sword a little bit after you, but he hit a money-making game and got 68 rupees, and then was able to buy 2 packs of bombs, and found level 2 and got the red ring extremely early. And it's not that you need to have it, but with the overworld and the ability to just face tank through things, it just made his exploration for that first 20 minutes a lot faster, and that's what gave a couple of those minutes overall. And then he went into 7 early and already had known the item was there, so he just cleared 5 the first time that he was in there, or the second time he was in there, and got the Triforce, and you had to go back to 5 to get that 5th Triforce, and so that's really kind of where the time difference was.
Yeah, I see. That makes sense, but I don't know. Just as good. So
yes, indeed.
Not too stressed about losing this one.
I also almost full cleared 9. That was fun also.
I mean, you had to dig all through 9 to find the step ladder to double back to level 1 for that bow. I mean, that was just insanity.
I have 8 unexplored rooms in 9, or 8 uncleared rooms in 9. That's not very good.
That's exactly how many I have.
Oh, nice.
I took the same path.
Nice.
So, chessjerk, that brings you to 2-0. 1 more win in the next 3 weeks will be required to put you through the bracket stages. Good luck to you there. Drone, you're in 1-1, still very much in play, but you are yet another of the terrifying names in the 1-1 pool, including a potential rematch with Saver from last year. How do you feel about that possibility?
Well, that would be fun if I won.
Yeah.
Get a little payback, but losing would be pretty disastrous. That would put me, obviously on the brink of elimination. So, yes, what's this no joke this time around?
I mean, both you very, very good runners put up very good times considering the circumstances. Both of you should be proud of how you played.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
So 8gen, is there anything you would like to say to our runners before we start putting this to bed?
Just GG. Not looking forward to seeing chessjerk in the 2-0 bracket. He's the one who, before I had to take my leave, is actually took me out to go 5-0 and put me at 4-1. So fantastic runner. Only I think a minute or so between us in that race, but definitely looking forward to seeing the matchups next round. And I don't think anybody wants to draw either of you. So we'll see what happens. And thanks again to Randomania and Gary and Oldworld for restreaming here for our tracker CCX, and of course you for commentating with me.
It's been a pleasure. Make sure you give both of our runners a follow on Twitch, chessjerk and rcdrone. Very accomplished runners. I'm sure we'll be seeing a whole lot more of them, not just in this tournament, but the next one and the next one. So either of you guys have anything you want to say?
Just GG drone, and I'm sure I'll see you later in the tournament, in the brackets.
Well, I hope so. Thanks for the commentary, guys.
Yes, thank you very much, guys.
So from everyone here in the commentary booth, behind the scenes, and in the audience watching around the world, I am Aljon25 with my co-commentator Adaginos, and we will see you tomorrow night.